Hey, my name's Dan, and I just wanted to do a quick overview of the new garage furnace that I got installed here at home. And when I say I installed here at home, yes, I mean I installed it here myself. So this was the first time for me. I'll let you know that I'm not an HVAC installer by trade. I never have. I probably never will be. I do have a regular day job, but an install like this is not for everybody, especially if you don't know what you're doing. But I had the confidence that yes, I could get this done from start to finish. So we'll go into a little detail about the furnace I selected, and we'll take it from there. So the furnace I selected was a Sterling model. It's a GG45. It's 45,000 BTU. I have a two-car garage. It's a little wider. As you can see, the ceiling is all open, so I don't have like a drop ceiling. So figured this would be pretty much perfect. I don't need to oversize and overkill it. We went for the Sterling. It was $609 shipped to my door from littlegreenhouse.com. Pretty good deal on the furnace itself. I got it mounted up here. It's kind of this deck area here. I got the stairs going up. It's a little bit of a deck area. It gets me access into another part of the attic where they built an addition onto the house. But anyways, I got it mounted up here. I got this thing mounted up under the deck by myself, which was pretty crazy. This 2x4 here, I added this. You can see it goes to the back. It's got like the joist hangers on the ends of it nailed in. So I had to do one on this side, which is the right side. Also do one on the left side too as well. I can't really get the camera in there. There was an original one running down the middle. And you can see up underneath, I've got, well, you can't see here in the front. Well, you can see I've got lag screws holding everything up. So there's 1.5 inch lag screws going up into those 2x4s. 3 in the back and 3 in the front. Now, the way I did mount this up under this decking here, you can kind of see that it is up above it a little bit, almost kind of the width of a stud, about 3 inches. So this part right here, this louver right here, I made that, fabricated that up. That was pretty simple. Made that out of my straight edge and put that on so the air doesn't get trapped or blown up in there and get like a little hot pocket. The electric for it, I had to rerun a whole new circuit out of the panel, which the old electric for the old furnace came out and then came down below. So we redid that all. Came out with the old conduit, did a pipe and a box here. I was just going to do just a switch, but I watched somebody else's video and they put an outlet in right beside the switch, which I didn't think I was going to need. I'd never plug anything really into this area like a corded item. But what was happening is, and this, by the way, this is a chime for my Ring doorbell, which I had before plugged into this outlet. It would plug in right here, but every time I put my vacuum cleaner in, this part of the cord would always hit that part and push it sideways. So it's just kind of a pain in the butt. So after watching somebody else's video, I thought that was a pretty good idea to just put an outlet up in there, so this way I could put this up and out of the way. This outlet's before the switch, so the switch only just shuts off power just to the furnace itself. Reuse the old conduit, which is the conduit from the old furnace. I got it clamped up there, and then it comes down back behind the furnace into a right angle, a 90, going in for the electric. So the electric was basically all redone, but it's pretty much just a short little run right here into the panel. So my thermostat was already in place, even though I had to rewire it. But that wire, let's see, runs up over here, up over there, past my smoke alarm, goes down here, runs up underneath, got around the edge of the stairs. It's kind of tucked up under that edge right there. And I pretty much had it stopped right about here. This was going towards the old one, so I just rerouted it with the staples, of course. Down that 2x4, a couple wire ties here so that we're not going to hit the fan. And I ran that down over to the terminals. Pretty simple for the wiring for that. There wasn't too much to complete. Got it tucked nice and neatly, no wires hanging down, no excess coils of anything. So Thermostat wiring was pretty easy. Okay, now onto the gas line, which probably was about the hardest thing about the install. This gas line, where you can see where it penetrates through the wall right here, it used to penetrate the wall right about here. It wasn't as nice and neatly as tucked into the wall because it penetrated about here and then it stuck out about maybe 6 inches or so. It almost kind of created a trip hazard for the stairs. There's almost another reason too why that had to be relocated over to the right about 10 inches or so. But got the gas piping run up the wall here. Got some clamps on there too as well, so that's not going to move around. Another clamp, gas valve, another clamp. Ran it up over here, and here we hard piped it into the furnace. Everything was leak tested on the gas line, so all the connections are secure. Kind of did the gas valve right by the main shutoff switch for the electric, so they're pretty much in the same place. If you notice, I got a concrete floor here. Behind this wall is an addition onto the house, so this gas pipe had to run through that addition part, basically over a slab floor, which I have no access to, then pop through the stud and the foundation, go into the house, then through the crawl space, about another 18 feet or so, and then it pops up into my water closet where my water heater is, because that's where it's tapped off to. So anyways, I had to redo that whole complete run, which wow, that was pretty much an undertaking, doing that down in the crawl space. The people who did it before, unbelievably poor job, because it looked like they just threw a bunch of spare scrap parts together to get the gas piping done. I must have cut the number of connections and pipes in half, because they just piecemealed everything together. So that's the gas pipe. Took quite a while to get that done. It was a lot of crawling around in the crawl space to get that done. That should be pretty much a wrap. One thing which I do like is that the way I have this mounted, it blows out into my garage pretty much to right over there, where that's where I sit most of the time. So I've got the heat blowing at me, whereas the old furnace kind of blew from this angle and would blow the heat out another direction in the garage. So there was always cold spots. So this thing works great. Just got it up and running, just tested it today. Heats the garage up like nobody's business. So we'll have to see how it works long-term use and see how it works on cold days.